Yeah, you stick around, you tell me your story, and maybe you got a shot at living long enough to walk that girl of yours down the aisle. Either way, looks like I'm buying you a cup of coffee.
Christ, I don't know how everything got so balled up.
No one ever sees the hairpin until it's too late. But you didn't get handed a heater in the nursery, did you?
No. I was a cab driver back in 30.
Hey guys, it's Matt here, and today I wanted to talk about a game called Mafia Definitive Edition, which came out 4 days ago or something. Normally I would make a review and Easter eggs video, but this game is still very new and I haven't completed it yet, let alone found every Easter egg there is. So I just wanted to make a video about it with some first impressions and some gameplay. As most of you guys know, this is a full remake of the original that came out in 2002. I haven't played that one because back in 2002 I was 5 years old, so no, that was not going to happen. But I thought it might be nice for people to hear like an opinion of someone who hasn't played the original. Now I have played Mafia 2 a little bit and I completed Mafia 3. But I didn't really like Mafia 3. Well, I liked the setting, but the gameplay was pretty boring as far as the missions go. So, well, anyway, I wanted to talk about 3 things that got my attention while playing the first few hours. That is the setting of the game, the graphics of the game, and the gameplay. So starting off with the setting, it's set in the 1930s in a city called Lost Heaven, which is roughly based on New York, Chicago, and San Francisco. And they really just nailed the setting here. I mean, everything is very accurately portrayed like how the world was in the 1930s. The characters really behave like they're set in that time period. They talk in a certain way, which, by the way, the voice acting is absolutely great, so that helps a lot. The world just looks absolutely amazing. The cars are accurately modeled after their real-life counterpart, and that all just helps, like, giving you that feel of being in the 1930s, so that's a really good thing. Another thing that really helps selling the feel of the game is the classic difficulty, which is the most difficult setting in the game. Of course, you die more often because bullets are more lethal, pretty much. But it's more than just that, because the police will become more aggressive. For instance, when you're speeding, or you're driving on the wrong side of the road, or you're just driving recklessly, the police will start chasing you more often. It pretty much forces you to take your time with this game. It's a slow burner, pretty much. As far as the story goes as well. In the first few hours, you really take your time to get the hang of like combat and movement mechanics and driving and every kind of thing you have to pay attention to. They really take their time to develop, and that's, in my opinion, a very good thing. Gameplay-wise, it slows things down a lot, but I'm going to talk about that later. Yeah, as far as the graphics go, I mean, that really also helps with the immersion, because the game just looks really, really great. It's not the best-looking game you have on the market right now, but in comparison to the original, of course, there is so much more in this game. I read stuff about that there are more missions in this game to develop the side characters a bit more and to develop the main character a bit more, which is of course a good thing, but it makes the game more slow, I guess. So if you like the slower games that really take their time to develop, this is definitely a game for you. If you want a more arcadey kind of experience, then I recommend using a lower difficulty. Now, gameplay-wise, this game has a lot of resemblances with Mafia 3, in my opinion. The way the game looks, pretty much. I think that's because they have used the same engine as Mafia 3. And that's not a bad thing at all, because Mafia 3 looked good as well, in my opinion. But mission-wise, that game was just a little bit boring. And I'm glad to say that as far as the missions go, in the first few hours at least, there's a lot more variety. At the beginning of the game, you're just getting the hang of the mechanics, and you're like driving a taxi, and you're having some fist fights and stuff like that. But then all of a sudden you're at the racetrack, and for the people who do know this franchise, you know exactly what's going to happen on the racetrack. It's kind of horrible. But anyway, I mean, gameplay wise, it's just, it plays nice. The only problem I had was the fact that because I'm playing it on the classic difficulty, cars handle a lot worse, which again, for immersion, it's great because they're cars from the 1930s. You expect them to be clunky and stuff like that. But gameplay wise, it's kind of dreadful at some point. The same goes for like the police, of course. Immersion-wise, it's really nice to see that you have to obey the laws of the road, but gameplay-wise, you're just constantly being harassed by the police, pretty much. And that also goes for the combat. I'm playing this on PC, but I'm playing it with a controller. And the biggest problem I had was that on classic difficulty, they remove the auto-aim, which makes the shooting just unnecessarily clunky, and it's not even good for the immersion or anything. It's just you're constantly trying to aim straight, and it just doesn't work that well. So that's a bad thing in my opinion. If you're playing with mouse and keyboard, I've tried that as well for a small amount of time, and then of course you don't have that problem because aiming with mouse and keyboard is a lot easier. Now, is it game breaking? In my opinion, no, definitely not. And the game definitely just works the way it should work. It's only 40 euros instead of the usual 60, so that's also a big benefit because you get a lot of game out of that money. There's a lot to do and a lot to see, and yeah, I just really recommend it as far as I've played it right now. But that was pretty much it for this video. I'm going to let the recordings I did play out for a little while so you can see some of the gameplay firsthand. If you like the way I made this video, and if you like my content as a whole, please consider liking and subscribing, of course. Please let me know if you've played this already, or maybe you played the original. Let me know what you think of this. Yeah, I just really want to know what other people think about this game as well, so let me know. So that's it for now, and I hope to see you in the next video.
Tell Salieri from here on out this place is ours. Capiche? And don't come back, or you'll end up in worse shape than your friends.
Get Sam. They're trying to beat information out of him.
I gotta get you to a doctor.
I can wait. Get Sam out of there.
Okay, just hang on.
Got him! He runs from us!
Go find him!
Putting you down! Damn! Was here.
Check someplace else.
This'll hurt! He's a ghost.
Go find him! I'll make it quick!
Checking over there. Shouldn't be here! Gonna lay you out! He's out there. Get over here now! Hey!
Son of...
Get in! He's coming after me!
Now you're done! He looks like all hell! I'm out! Cover me!
Sam. They really went to work on you, buddy.
Christ!
Come on. You'll be all right. You're tough as nails. Oh, shit.
Oh, he's got the money, Tom!
Oh, catch the bastard!
Where is Sam?
He's okay. Inside.
Then go get the money!
was when I saw the cost. What it meant to be on the inside. I should have took off there and then. But I couldn't go back to being a nobody.
So that's how a regular palooka goes from cabbie to mob enforcer overnight, is it? Just dumb luck?
Didn't feel that way at the time. Me parking on that particular street, taking a break just when Paulie and Sam are coming around the corner, what are the odds? It felt like, I don't know, like someone was watching out for us.
Whatever helps you sleep at night, pal, but it's a lucky break all the same. I mean, one day you're busting your back, doing an honest day's work in a city that's been trying to scrape you off its heels since the day you stepped off the boat, and then next you're stuffing your pockets full of Salieri's dirty money and lording it over the rest of us.
Yeah, it wasn't like that. Back then, Salieri didn't have the run of the city. For every buck Salieri made, Don Morello would turn 10. He paid off cops, politicians, judges, and anyone he couldn't buy, he scared into looking the other way.
He did seem to have the city jumping in its own shadow, I'll give you that.
You hear anything about Joey Crackers?
Yeah, got his name in the Morello file, sure. Boxer, right?
Yeah, that's the guy. The way I hear it, Joey was just driving to the gym one morning. Probably daydreaming about winning a belt or something.